वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल और आई होप आप सब बढ़िया होंगे। सो इससे पहले वाली वीडियो में हमने फियोफाइसी क्लास के बारे में बहुत अच्छी तरीके से डिटेल्ड स्टडी किया था। सो इन दिस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड अबाउट द क्लास क्लोरोफाइसी. If you want to understand about the Phaeophyceae class, please watch the previous video. So let's begin from the Chlorophyceae class. See, as the name suggests, chloro, meaning these members of the algae are containing the green pigment. What is the green pigment which is responsible for photosynthesis? Is chlorophyll. Okay, the green pigment which is responsible for the photosynthesis is the chlorophyll. See, the Chlorophyceae, commonly known as the green algae. The another name of the Chlorophyceae is the green algae. These are the diverse group of the organism occurring in fresh water. Okay, the Phaeophyceae members are found in the marine habitat. Okay, they are found in the fresh water. As exceptions are always there are some species which are found in marine habitat, and apart from that they are also found in the terrestrial environment condition. Okay, the Chlorophyceae are considered the most direct ancestor of the land plant. It has been thought that the land plant has been evolved from the Chlorophyceae. Why? Due to their similar pigmentation and storage product. As they have the similar pigment and the storage product, that's why it is thought that plants have evolved from the Chlorophyceae. Now, one by one, we are going to understand every point related to the Chlorophyceae. So, first is the habitat and the distribution of the Chlorophyceae. See, the most of the green algae are, as we know, that these are fresh water in nature. So they are found in ponds, lakes and streams. However, some of them are marine, such as ulva. The ulva is the marine species in Chlorophyceae. Others are subaerial, okay, growing on moist soil, tree trunk, damp rock. So apart from the fresh water, there are other habitat for the algae to survive. These are marine habitat. Some of them are growing on moist soil, tree trunk and damp rocks. Even few of them can survive in extreme environmental conditions such as snow or endosymbiotic relationship with other organisms. Okay, so endosymbiotic relationship and term we will discuss further in our video. Okay, so some of them can survive in extreme environmental conditions such as on snow, as well as they also live as an endosymbiont. Endosymbiont meaning within the organism. Endo meaning inside of the organism. Another term is there, ecto. Ecto meaning outside. Okay. Another topic is morphology and the form. See, the Chlorophyceae members display a wide range of body structure. Okay, they can be unicellular and motile. Unicellular meaning the body is composed of single cell. The single cell is responsible for entire function. Okay, so the alga can be unicellular, unisingle cell and motile. Example is Chlamydomonas. Okay, it can be unicellular meaning single but flagella is absent, non-motile like chlorella, or they can exist in the form of colonies. This is one particular colony. Inside that there are various cells and these cells are attached to each other. Okay, so they can exist in the colonial form. Example, the volvox. Filamentous form, they can exist in the filamentous structure, either this or like this, like Ulothrix, which is unbranched, meaning it is having no branching. Spirogyra, which is also unbranched. The Spirogyra has the spiral chloroplast. Okay. So in further video, I have shown the images of all these algae for your better understanding. Okay. Now, thalloid. They can even exist in thallus structure. Okay. Like alva. The अभी हमें अल्वा के बारे में पढ़ा था. ये क्या है? एक marine green alga है. Okay. Now the cell structure and the pigmentation in the green algae. See, the cells are eukaryotic in nature and they share several features with higher plant. That's why it has been also thought that we have discussed earlier, the evolution of plants have taken place from the green algae. See, the cell wall. The cell wall is rigid, consisting of inner layer which is composed of cellulose and the outer layer is composed of pectose. Okay, the inner layer of the green alga is made up of cellulose and the outer layer is composed of pectose. Okay, so the cell wall is divided into inner cell wall, meaning the inner layer, and the outer layer. So the inner layer which is inside, it is composed of cellulose, while the outer, which is facing the external environment, is the pectose, composed of pectose. Now the chloroplast. As we know, they have the chlorophyll pigment, hence that's why only they are known as the Chlorophyceae. So what is the location of this pigment? Obviously they are located in the chloroplast, which is the site of their location. Okay, so chloroplast. These contain primary pigment chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B, which is responsible for providing grass green color. Okay, they get the pigment grass green due to the presence of chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Now, the chloroplast shape in which this chlorophyll pigment is present in chloroplast. And the shape of this chloroplast is highly variable. Okay, so shape. The shape of the chloroplast varies significantly across the species. It can be cup-shaped in Chlamydomonas, ribbon or spiral as we have discussed in Spirogyra, girdle shape, Ulothrix, reticulate, Udogonium, stellate, Zygnema. Okay, so the shape of the chloroplast is highly variable from one species to the another, and here are certain examples. Now the food storage. The reserve food material in the Chlorophyceae is the pyrenoid. Okay, the reserve food material is pyrenoid. See, most members have one or more storage body which is known as the pyrenoid, and these pyrenoid are located in the chloroplast. Okay, so आपका जो chloroplast है अभी तक हमने पढ़ा वहाँ क्या क्या present है. Firstly, the chlorophyll pigment which is responsible for the photosynthesis and providing the grass green color to the Chlorophyceae member, plus they are having the pyrenoids. Okay, this is reserve starch form. ठीक, तो वो क्या है? पायरिनॉइड. अब जो ये पायरिनॉइड है ये क्या कंटेन करता है? प्रोटीन. ओके, इंस्टेड ऑफ स्टार्च they contain the protein. Remember this, important. They do not contain starch. In some species, algae may also store food in the form of oil droplets. Okay, apart from pyrenoids, they also store food in the form of oil droplets. Now the reproduction. Okay, till now we have understood about the habitat and distribution. Okay, fresh water, some are marine like alga, subaerial in nature, then morphology, unicellular motile, unicellular, non-motile, colonial, filamentous and thalloid structure. Now the cell structure and the pigmentation, okay. Then the food storage, which is pyraminoid. Now the topic for discussion is the reproduction. See, the Chlorophyceae reproduce through vegetative, asexual and sexual method. The vegetative reproduction takes place by the fragmentation, okay, and also by the formation of different type of spores, okay. Either through the fragmentation, it will break down and each fragment will develop into new daughter cell, okay. Fragmentation or by the formation of different type of spores, or by asexual reproduction. Here the asexual reproduction is taking place by the zoospores. The zoospores are the motile spores, and your non-motile spore are aplanospores, okay. And these zoospores are formed in a specialized structure which is known as zoosporangia. These zoospores are produced in zoosporangia. And sexual reproduction is also occurring, and it is highly variable, okay, in type and formation. It can be isogamous, anisogamous or the oogamous. See, what does the isogamous? Meaning the gamete which are going to fuse are similar in size. Iso meaning similar in size, okay. Anisogamous meaning the two gametes which are going to fuse are of dissimilar in size. Then it could be oogamous. Oogamous meaning the one gamete is small, motile. The second one is non-motile, but it is large. So this one is your female gamete, which is static and large, and this one is your male gamete, which is small and motile. So sexual reproduction can be through isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. Iso meaning similar size, aniso meaning dissimilar, oogamous meaning one large fusion of between one large non-motile female gamete and a small motile male gamete. Isogamous can be seen in Spirogyra. Remember the example, okay, and Chlamydomonas. Anisogamous can also be seen in some species of Chlamydomonas. Oogamous in Volvox and Fucus. Please remember these examples. These are important from examination point of view. Now the common example of the Chlorophyceae member. See, Chlamydomonas. It is unicellular, flagellated, often used as a model organism. Second is Volvox. It exists in colonial form that move in rolling motion. Whenever they need to move, they move in rolling motion. Another example is the Spirogyra. Earlier we have discussed that the shape of chloroplast in Spirogyra is spiral, okay. And important point to remember, they uses the conjugation method of reproduction. Then the Ulothrix. It is a filamentous alga which is found in fresh water, and the water is in flowing state. Another is Chara. Another name of the Chara is stoneworth, okay. Why they are known as stoneworth? Due to the deposition of calcium carbonate, okay, in over their surface, okay, in the leaf like structure that they are having. In that there is a deposition of calcium carbonate. That's why they are known as stoneworth, okay. And they quite look like the plant due to the presence of nodes and internodes. See, remember, आपको nodes और internodes अगर समझना है, this is your stem, okay. So जो होते हैं, ये होती है हमारी nodes, जहाँ से हमारी ब्रांचेस अराइज होती हैं, और जो नोड्स के बीच का जो रीजन होता है, ये होता है हमारा इंटरनोड वाला रीजन, ठीक है, तो ये होती है हमारी नोड और उसके बीच का रीजन को हम इंटरनोड बोलते हैं. Now some of the economic importance of the Chlorophyceae member. See, some of them are used as a food, like chlorella. The chlorella is highly rich in protein and vitamins. That's why it is used as a food supplement and even by the space traveler. Remember this example, most important. Which algae is used by the space travelers as the food supplement? That is the Chlorophyceae member, chlorella. Apart from that, they are also used in oxygen production. The primary producer, they are vital for oxygenating aquatic environment. Okay, as they are present in fresh water plus in marine and able to do photosynthesis, meaning O2 evolution, which is responsible for animal in the water. Apart from, they are also used in antibiotics. Okay, some species produce antibacterial substances. Antibacterial meaning they inhibit मतलब रोकना. Okay, inhibit the growth of bacteria, hence they are known as antibacterial. Okay, so there are certain species which produces the antibacterial substances. See, here is the diagram of the species that we have discussed earlier. So this is your, any guesses? So this is your Chlamydomonas. ठीक है, हमने देखा था जो Chlamydomonas वो कहते थे सिंगल सेल मोटाइल. ओके, तो देखिए वो सिंगल सेल है, मोटाइल है, फ्लैजुला प्रेजेंट है. ठीक है, एंड दिस इज योर वॉल्वॉक्स. ये जो दिस इज योर इंडिविजुअल कॉलोनी. ओके, और वो एग्रीगेट होकर पर्टिकुलर एक साइज की कॉलोनी फॉर्म कर लेते हैं. सो हियर इज द डायग्राम ऑफ दिस योर इंडिविजुअल कॉलोनी. ओके, दे आर फ्लैजुलेटेड यूनिसेलुलर, बट हम इसको यूनिसेलुलर क्यों नहीं बोलेंगे, क्योंकि ये एग्जिस्ट इस फॉर्म में करती है. सो हेंस दे आर नोन एज मल्टी सेलुलर. ठीक है, सो एनी गेसेस व्हाट इज दिस, विच डायग्राम? सी, इसमें जो आपको क्लोरोप्लास्ट है वो आपको स्पाइरल शेप का दिख रहा है, स्पाइरल शेप का. तो स्पाइरल शेप का क्लोरोप्लास्ट, ये देखिए इसमें तो समझ आ रहा होगा अच्छे से. स्पाइरल शेप का क्लोरोप्लास्ट किस में होता है? स्पाइरोगायरा में. ठीक है, जो स्पाइरल शेप्ड होता है हमारा वो स्पाइरोगायरा में होता है. सी, दिस इज फिलामेंटस एल्गा विच यूलोथ्राइक्स. ओके, these both are of Ulothrix, these both are of Spirogyra. See, ये तो समझ आ गया होगा. अभी हम जिसकी स्पीशीज़ के बारे में पढ़ रहे थे, which shows the similarities like the plants. कौन सी स्पीशीज़ थी जिसके बारे में अभी हमने पढ़ा था, डिस्कस किया था? कारा. सी, आप इसमें नोड्स और इंटरनोड्स बहुत अच्छी तरीके से देख सकते हैं. ये जहाँ से ये ब्रांचेज अराइज हो रही हैं, ये आपकी नोड है. ये नोड, ये भी आपकी नोड है, ये नोड है, ये नोड है. अब इन नोड के बीच का ये जो रीजन है, ये आपका जो रीजन है, ये है आपका इंटरनोड का रीजन. ओके, सो दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट द क्लोरोफाइसी. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम रोडोफाइसी के बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे. एंड थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग. For notes, please join the Telegram channel.